Throughout the short time the internet has lived and evolved, there have been many creepy and disturbing entities surfacing the web, each with their own oddly charismatic and dark ambience surrounding them. Today we are covering one of Trevor Henderson's most unnerving ghosts, Good Boy. Admit it, you love dogs. They're not only cute, but their playful personalities and loving attitude makes them great partners for mankind. They have evolved next to humans for centuries, becoming ever more domestic and lovable. Humans have developed a weakness for their adorable features, one that can and is easily exploited, not only by bad men and women trying to lure a possible victim in with cute dogs. Other creatures have been seen copying a dog's behavior in order to live a comfortable life. However, there is an entity that is known to take the form of a dog in order to get humans to open their doors. Their fates are unknown. This being is none other than Good Boy, who got his name by a picture taken with a modernized Polaroid camera in what looks to be a doorway next to an old staircase of sorts. The picture was then uploaded to Trevor Henderson's social media accounts with some information to add to the lore. The picture that was taken of the ghost has the words Good Boy written and crossed out at the bottom of the image. Good Boy is a shadowy looking dog with cataract eyes that seem to belong to a dead fish, and two pointy ears at the top of its head that could pass off as horns. Its dark abysmal skin seems to change shades depending on an unknown factor, as he is seen with ashen gray color in one and a dark greenish tint in another. Another feature, which is very prominent, is its nostril cavity. It is not similar in any way to a dog's snout. Instead, it looks to belong to a human or ape. Good Boy also has no paws, which is a huge red flag. Not because he won't be able to poke his paw beans, but because this is not a dog. When a user asked Trevor what Good Boy was, Trevor responded with, "Not a dog." In the post description, the following quote is written: "It wasn't there when we took the photo, but all through the night, I could hear a dog pacing the halls. I could picture it, stopping outside each door to cock its head and listen, waiting for someone to open their door." So, what could this humanoid dog possibly want from people? While it clearly wants them to open up their door for some unknown reason, what could he really want from the people in those rooms? We know he can avoid being seen by eyes, but not pictures. We also know he is extremely patient, and for some reason can open the doors. He also looks like he really wants to get inside. As much as I would like to think of this entity as an evil spirit, I simply could not. It refuses to break or scratch at the door, and if it was a ghost, it could have literally faced through the door. Yet, we do not see this. Could it be a being that just likes setting up ambushes and waiting? Possibly. It could technically get a kick out of it. However, I am leaning in another direction entirely. If you know me, I like to think of theories outside the box, or just analyze entities using unorthodox means. This time around, I came up with the idea, thanks to the popular phrase, "Death knocks at your door." This is when I realized, Good Boy is not a ghost, nor a creature. But what if he was a god? Not just any god at that, but specifically, Anubis, Egyptian god of death. I know they look very different, but many similarities are present. As some of you may know, Anubis is the Egyptian god of death, embalming, cemeteries, mummification, and the underworld. There are many more things which he ruled over, like fertility and rebirth, but those were not under his jurisdiction. Anubis was later replaced as the ruler of the underworld by Osiris. So they both resemble humanoid dogs. What other connections do they have for me to believe them to be the same entity? Well, the description under Trevor's post told us that Good Boy liked to cock his head to listen and wait for someone to open the door. Although this is just hearsay, as we can see, the person pictured it. They did not see nor catch Good Boy tilting his head, but instead vividly imagined it. Yet, the fact that Trevor chose this line tells me that there is some truth to what was being stated. Good Boy tilted his head. So, why is that so important here? Anubis is well known for judging the souls of mortals. The tool he used for this was the weighing scale, which works by comparing the weight of a person's soul with the weight of an ostrich's feather. If it turns out your soul weighs more than the feather, your soul will be devoured by the Egyptian demoness and goddess Ambient. I believe the tilting of Good Boy's head to be a metaphor for the tilting of his scale. There is also their appearance, that although have similar themes, are a bit different. While Anubis has the head of a jackal and the body of a human male, Good Boy has the aspects of a canine while also looking humanoid. For example, his human-like face. A detail which leads me to the conclusion that they are the same entity is the fact that Good Boy likes to wait outside doors for the people on the other side. This is a prime example of one of Anubis' duties, which is to also guide the dead. He will not only cast judgment, but he will take you to the afterlife. Everyone will die, and opening the door for death is our duty as mortals. The last similarity is found within the color cloaking them, black. Black was the color of Anubis' fur, which represents fertility and the possibility of rebirth in the afterlife. These are the reasons why I believe Good Boy to actually be a different version of Anubis. But now for the question eating away at all of us. Is he a good boy though? From what I know from Egyptian mythology, yes he is. But wait, wasn't Good Boy crossed out because the person that took the photo is insinuating he's actually a bad boy? We don't know who took that specific photo, but I believe the person that took it soon realized what they were in the presence of, which is why they wrote the words Good Boy at the bottom of the photograph. They most likely shared it. Then the photograph must have been tampered with by a third party who didn't know the backstory, which happens all the time in IRL, and was solely guided by appearances, making a good boy into a bad one. Ah, what a tragedy. It's enough to make a grown deer cry. Ancient horror will now state a fact. Most creatures in Trevor's mythos are actually just good guys that are misunderstood. Doesn't matter whether you're good or bad. At some point in your life, Good Boy will come for you. Now, before you like, keep in mind that this is a theory, and it may be proven wrong at some point. Did you like the video? Let me know in the comments. I know it's annoying to always hear YouTubers ask you to subscribe, but a deer has gotta eat. By subscribing and watching my content, you help keep a deer like myself fed. Even if you are perhaps not to care about my diet, do it for my antlers. I gotta keep them shiny, and I can only do that with your support. So do me a solid and subscribe. Also share my videos. And don't forget to follow me and Trevor on social media. It is thanks to him that I'm able to cover so many interesting creatures. Today's phrase was chosen by Porky, the Eevee Mensch. Thanks for participating, Porky. That's a cute name. I wonder what cute phrase you have installed for us. Here it comes. Me, coming back from a vacation. Mom, are the pets okay? Mom, yes, I took good care of them. The pets, who are wallowing in their own various bodily fluids and haven't eaten for 7 days straight?